What's up, Tiny Track Crew? We have 18 Formula One cars lined up at the start line for this elimination event. One car will get eliminated every single run until we have a winner at the end. Who's it gonna be? We have ran qualifying times for every single one of these cars, and you can watch that at the end of this video if you wanna see their qualifying runs. They are stacked in the reverse order of their qualifying time. So the fastest cars in the back and the slowest cars in the front, and you'll have to work your way to the front of the pack throughout the tournament if you want to be the last one standing.
All right, like I mentioned, the faster cars in qualifying start in the back of this pack. The lights are out and away we go. If you want to see that qualifying runs, it's at the end of this video. We do a single run for every single one of these cars, and you can check out their qualifying times. Out front early in race number 1 is Max Verstappen, but let's talk about the car that flew off the track. It looked to be the Haas number 1 car of Esteban Ocon, but I'm not sure. We'll confirm with that in the slow motion replay. Across the finish line, a 9.173, a pretty respectable time out here on the open circuit. There is no jump in this, and we have seen some 9-second times with jumps. Yes, that is the Team Haas F1 car, the number 31 of Esteban Ocon, who went off the track. He will be eliminated. The last person on this track that finishes will not be eliminated because we did eliminate someone from this race. What we didn't see is a car that fell completely off the track and landed on top of the Spoon building, which you'll see in a minute. That is eliminated. We'll see who that driver is as they cross the finish line. Here comes the rest of the pack in a large, big blur and amazing speed as they cross the finish line. And oh, heck, there's Pete just hanging out on the finish line. What are you doing, Pete? There is the Haas car, which we will move to loser's pile. And right there, the other Haas car in race number 1, both Esteban Ocon and the number 87 of Oliver Behrman were knocked out. Team Racing Bulls is in the back of the pack. The front left, we have Charles Leclerc for Team Ferrari. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Ferrari is in the house. The last 2 Formula One videos I did, everyone was like, where's Ferrari? Where's Ferrari? I'm like, well, Hot Wheels hasn't made it yet. I can't put it in my videos. Well, they're here, and now they're in the videos. Now all I have to do is wait for Aston Martin. And then we have the whole crew, other than Cadillac, out there on the track, but it might be a while before we get Cadillac. And I did see someone fly off the track that looked like a Mercedes-Benz car. We'll watch that during the replay. Was it George Russell or Kimi Antonelli out there? Keep an eye on that car. If you see color on the side of the car, that is the number 2 driver. If it's a black side, that is the number 1 driver. And for Team Mercedes, the number 1 driver in this case is George Russell. The number 2 driver is Kimi Antonelli, even though Kimi is absolutely crushing it this year. Absolutely so excited for Team Mercedes-Benz. Oh, yeah, baby. That looked like that was George Russell flying off the track. That will leave Kimi Antonelli on the track, fighting for position with Team Kick Sauber down there as they come across the finish line. And it's still Max Verstappen across the finish line again with a time of 8.855, an even faster time. We have Williams Racing sliding in for second. I'm not sure if that was Sainz or Alexander Albon, but we'll see as we head back to the top. The Racing Bull cars, I will tell you, both RB cars were the top qualifiers. If you go watch the qualifying, they started in the back, and they're having a hard time getting through the pack to the front. The front of the pack started out with Max Verstappen, and he was the slowest qualifier. Back in the back of the pack, we have from Team McLaren, Lando Norris. Where's his teammate? Oscar Piastri is right there mid-pack in the left lane. Looks like right next to Pierre Gasly in that Alpine car, who actually just took a pretty nasty spill last week. It was pretty nasty, if you guys watched it. There we go. We have some action out there on the track, down towards the finish line. We had a Kick Sauber car coming across the finish line. Who was that taking the lead? Maybe. We're going to freeze frame that, but first we're going to show you the slow motion replay. Let's watch where that Kick Sauber car is. It looks like it's back in the 4th position. That has the green side on it. And as you know, that team is no longer a team in Formula One, but we still have him out here on the track racing and competing to see who is going to be the champion. It looked like that was green down the side, which would indicate, I believe, Gabriel Bortoleto, but he's actually driving for Team Audi right now. The other Kick Sauber car out there was Nico Hülkenberg. We'll see how he is able to finish. Things are crazy in Formula One. We had some teams join, we had some teams mix match, we had some teams leave and come and go. And right there, Lando Norris gets knocked out of this tournament. We're down to one last car. I believe that's 14 more to go. that means there's potentially 13 more races until we have a winner here, ladies and gentlemen. It is Gabriel Bortoleto out in front. It looks like Williams Racing is slide into spot number 2. I do not see paint on the side of that, so that will be Carlos Sainz in that car. His teammate Albon is falling back just a little bit there, as you can see him coming across the finish line. And that was a Ferrari across the finish line last. Was that our first Ferrari elimination? We'll slow it down for you. It looks like the painted white side Ferrari, which means that, ladies and gentlemen, is Lewis Hamilton, the number 44 car, the champion. How many champions has he won? He's won 4 or 5 or 6 F1 championships. He's maybe past his prime. I don't know. What do you guys? Let me know what do you think about Lewis Hamilton in the comments. All right, Carlos Sainz fighting for positions with Gabriel Bortoleto. It's Max Verstappen sideways, and Kimi Antonelli slides it in there to 3rd place as they come down the finish line. Verstappen was able to pass right at the last second again, and then we have a very, 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 very close race between the rest of those cars. And yes, that is Team Ferrari who crossed the finish line. I do not believe anybody else DNF'd on the track, so that will knock out Lewis Hamilton in the number 44 Ferrari car right there. That leaves 13 cars to go. Racing Bulls is still in the back. That's Racing Bulls car number 2, which in the 2026 season is Arvid Lindblad, one of the first drivers, rookie, very young, doing decently out there for his first time on the track. Racing Bulls primary driver right now, Liam Lawson, the number 30 car, is holding his own in the mid-pack. Again, those 2 cars were the fastest qualifiers out there, so we'll see if they can work their way back through the pack and down across the finish line. It looked like a green blur in the back of the pack coming in last place. That should be the the first driver for Team Kick Sauber, which would be Nico Hülkenberg, which we've seen do very well in our Formula 1 tournaments, officially knocked out of this tournament. Unless we see someone fly off the track or see something. Look, mid-pack right there, Ferrari and Racing Bulls trying to make a move through the pack. It gets a little crowded out there on the track, folks, but as we get these eliminations going, I will tell you these cars run better and better and smoother, and they all stay tracking down the track in a very, very clean manner. And there's some good racing coming, so make sure you stick around to the end of this video, or at least end to the racing, and then watch qualifying if you want. There we go, because we do not have Team Audi out there. Kick Sauber is driven by Nico Hülkenberg. Lights out and away we go for the next race. It's Verstappen in the left lane. And to his right, Gabriel Bortoleto, sliding in Carlos Sainz right behind, and Kimi Antonelli. Charles Leclerc fighting with Piastri. I'm still looking at the back of the pack. Piastri is able to get by. And Red Bull car number 2, ladies and gentlemen, Isaac Hadjar slides in there. It looks like he gained a couple spots. And we had a pink blur coming across the finish line. Was that Pierre Gasly or was that Franco Colapinto who came in last place? Let's look for the 2 Kick Sauber cars, I believe. The 2 Alpine cars. They're in the back right there. The blue one is car number 1, and the black one is car number 2. So currently, right now, Pierre Gasly is in the back of the pack. And, also, Williams Racing might also have a second car that's a little bit different color in this. So in second place right there, or in third, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it fell way back right there. That might not be, we'll have to check in with the race officials. Please hold on one moment. Yes, that was Alexander Albon who crossed the finish line for Team Williams Racing first. But right there, Pierre Gasly in the Alpine car gets knocked out. And his teammate, Franco Colapinto, is now in the back of the pack and is in danger of getting knocked out himself. It's still Verstappen out front in the pole position. Bortoleto to his left, and here comes Piastri making a move on Bortoleto. Did you see that pass? Piastri moving forward. Wait, Piastri passed. Wait, Bortoleto and Piastri passed Verstappen. And now Piastri takes a dive bomb on Bortoleto and moves himself into the pole position with a 9.5555555 time. Oh, we do have 2 Racing Bull cars out there. The white one, and that is Liam Lawson. And the other Racing Bull car is Arvid Lindblad, of course, the rookie. And you can tell the difference right there in the center of your frame. That dark blue one with the red wheels, that is Lindblad. And the white one falling behind right there, next to, I'm not sure who was next to back there. That right there was Liam Lawson. Down across the finish line, I believe we might have saw a car flip over. And the new FIA rules say that if a car flips over on the track and crosses on its roof, it is disqualified and he will be knocked out. You have to finish on your tires. There, right there is Liam Lawson coming across the finish line. Last but exactly least, Franco Colapinto. That will knock out Team Alpine altogether, folks. Team Haas is out, Team Alpine's out. It looks like Mercedes, McLaren, Ferrari, and Kicksauber down one driver. Anything can happen. The Racing Bull cars are moving from the back of the pack to the front of the pack as they are the fastest qualifiers. But it is the Australian driver of Oscar Piastri out in front, followed by Gabriel Bortoleto. Verstappen right behind. Kimi Antonelli falling into fourth place, and Team Ferrari is in fifth. That is Charles Leclerc holding it in there. Whoa, we have a car that flew off the track and is sitting in the middle of the track. Where did that car come from, ladies and gentlemen? Was that from the last race? Or did they fly off the track and land on the track? Keep a close eye on this slow motion replay right here. Did we have someone leave the track? Right. I'm not sure we did. That car is down there from the last race, upside down, and should have been eliminated, which it clearly is. It looks like it may have been a Williams racing car, but we'll discover that here hopefully at the end of this race. We'll see who that car is. Clearly knocked out anyways. 8.894, a hard hit from Verstappen off that finish line gate here. That thing is taking a beating. That beautiful start gate and timer system by Play Robotics that fits perfectly on the Spoolheads track. Both of those links are in the video description. You can get 5% off both of those with code TTC. Check those out. There is driver number 2 for Williams Racing, Alexander Albon, knocked out. In the back of the pack is driver number 1, which is Carlos Sainz. He's in danger of getting knocked out, and Team Williams going out of this thing completely. Verstappen slides back into second place behind Oscar Piastri. Bortoleto still holding in to a podium position if he can hold on to it in the top 3. But there's no top 3 in this one. We're going to go all the way down until we have one driver left till everybody's eliminated. It's Piastri, Verstappen, in a blur of color as they come down the finish line. Another respectable time of 9.007. Dun-dun-dun-dun. I'm telling you, as we get to less and less drivers, these cars run even smoother. What I'd really like to see on this track is a 6-car grid tournament with a 6-car grid, or maybe even 8. 8s could do a good job, but as we get down to like 5, 6, 7 cars on this track, you're gonna see how smooth these Formula 1 cars run on this Spoolheads track. Everyone in the forward position coming across the finish line, but right there, it is the second driver for Team Racing Bulls? No, Team Red Bull. That was Isaac Hadger that gets knocked out right there. Unfortunately, he will be going home. We're mixing matching 2025 and 2026 seasons of drivers, but that was Isaac Hadger in that Red Bull car. He got the boost to the big team. He got the boost to the main team. Congratulations, Isaac Hadger. You're a stud. All right, Oscar Piastri out in front, barely holding on for Verstappen. Bortoleto pushing his way through. Oh no, it's Charles Leclerc who spins out. Team Ferrari is in danger of being out of it, folks. A Formula 1 car in reverse is not where you want to be. Down towards the finish line, off the post. Oh no! That was an epic crash, but he was able to cross the finish line before the crash. He hit the post, so technically he crossed the finish line before the wreck, and I believe the officials will still call that a first place finish, and he will start at the beginning of the grid. But we'll see how that plays out as things go on here. If he is at the top, that is the critical moment right there of this race, where Charles Leclerc sees Carlos Sainz coming in and somehow spins out. I'm not sure if it was dirty air. I'm not sure if he was rubbing, but yes, he does spin out, and that will knock out that man right there, Charles Leclerc, the number 1 driver for Team Ferrari. We're narrowing it down. The pack is getting smaller. Charles Leclerc will join the pile of people who didn't make it to the first place position. There's going to be 17 drivers there, folks. There's only going to be one winner. Piastri in the front left, Verstappen in the front left, and then the Racing Bull sliding in there. Liam Lawson in that back or that left position, spot number 4. He slides into spot number 4, and his teammate Arvid Lindblad is falling back to the back of the pack. One of the top qualifiers, Lindblad, is now in danger of falling back to the back of the position. We'll see if he can get some momentum going down the track. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, 5, 6, 7, and a blur across the finish line. Ladies and gentlemen, that was a big blue blur. We need some more color variety in this. It's either the Williams Racing car of Carlos Sainz, who you see right there. And you can tell it's Williams Racing because that little battery, little Duracell sponsor up there on that cowl in the back. And let's see as he crosses the finish line. I believe Arvid Lindblad spun around, but he was still ahead of Carlos Sainz as they come across the finish line. Who's going to win this, ladies and gentlemen? Which driver is it going to be, but which team is it going to be? As you guys know, I'm always rooting for Team Mercedes, and my Mercedes boys are doing great this year. That does knock out Carlos Sainz. He will go to the losers pile with the rest of his F1 buddies. We're down to 6 cars on the track there, ladies and gentlemen. Kimi Antonelli in the back right and Arvid Lindblad in the back left. Those 2 cars have something to fight for. It's Kimi Antonelli in the back. Bortoleto is in the 5th place position right now after being in the top 3 for most of this tournament. Let me tell you guys, right here is what the sweet spot. 6 cars on the track. They're all running smooth as can be. Piastri down across the finish line. Bortoleto crosses and knocks out Kimi Antonelli. Team Mercedes is out of it, folks. George Russell was knocked out earlier, and now Kimi Antonelli is gone. Piastri still holds on to the 1st place position. Piastri's won multiple knockout tournaments right here, multiple F1 sprints that we've ran on this track. We'll see if he can win another one for Team Australia. Down towards the finish line, Piastri way out in front. Let's see what his time was. His time is an 8-second time, 9.008, almost into the 8s, which is where you want to be if you're a fast car. That leaves 5 cars left. Only 4 races, and we will know who wins this tournament. Let me know in the comments if you guys like this knockout style where we start with a lot of cars and knock out 1 car every race. We did do it with Lightning McQueen. He was able to come back. Oh, no spoilers. But everyone seemed to love that format. And everyone loves the chaos of starting with that many cars on this track. In the back of the pack, it's Bortoleto for Kick Sauber. He's going to have some work to do. Both of the Racing Bulls cars are in this tournament still. Coming across the finish line for 3-4, Racing Bulls holes in there and knocks out the last car, Gabriel Bortoleto in Team Kick Sauber, who is also knocked out of the whole entire league. That means there is only 4 cars left. 2 of them are Racing Bull cars. 1 of them is a Red Bull car, and there's only 1 Papaya car in the way. Team McLaren and Oscar Piastri leading the pack. Is he going to knock out all 3 of these Red Bull teams? Because we all know Racing Bulls is basically Red Bull, just like the B team, if you know what I'm saying. But you never know. They could be the A team soon. I mean, look at them, right? They're all over the place. All washed up. That knocks out Bortoleto and leaves us with 4 drivers. Both of the Racing Bull cars in the back. Liam Lawson on the left and Arvid Lindblad on the right. Piastri in the front right and Verstappen in the front left. As they go down to turn number 1, Lindblad slides his way inside of Lawson. Lawson drifts it into the turns a little bit. You don't want to drift a Formula 1 car. You just don't. You want those tires to hook up. You want to use that downforce. Down across the finish line, Piastri, Verstappen, Lindblad, and knocking out Liam Lawson. Our first Racing Bulls car elimination. That leaves Oscar Piastri out there. Guaranteed a spot in the podium is Oscar Piastri, Max Verstappen, and right there you see Arvid Lindblad, the rookie, fighting for position ahead of his teammate Liam Lawson, who he knocks out of this tournament. Top 3 big dogs out there on the track, and only 2 races to go, and we will have a winner. And then we'll do qualifying so you guys can watch more Formula 1 racing and see who puts in the fastest lap time. All right, Arvid Lindblad has something to prove. Verstappen's on the outside. He's got to beat everyone to that merge if he wants to hang in there. He's going to fall into second. Lindblad tries to slide into second place. He's tied up with Verstappen, and now he's in reverse. You don't want to go in reverse. The aerodynamics don't work that way, but he's absolutely flying out there, ladies and gentlemen. He spins around. I don't know if he's going to be able to do it. As they come down towards the finish, here comes Lindblad in reverse, trying to pass Verstappen. Is he going to be able to make it? Down towards the finish line. No, it's Max Verstappen who takes second place and hangs in there. But folks, Oscar Piastri is leading the pack for probably the past 5 or 6 races, and he just put in a blistering fast 8.8 second time. I'm not sure if Max Verstappen, even when he was out front of this pack, was able to put in a sub 9 second time. Sorry, sub 9 second time equals something in the 8s. Duh. Popcorn Pete, what are you doing up there? You're gonna get hit, my dude. 8.802 down across the finish line, and then we have the final two. It's Oscar Piastri, who's won multiple tournaments here, and Max Verstappen, potentially one of the most talented drivers that ever raced Formula One. Ooh, but I actually don't like him, but he's a darn good driver. All right, here we go. The lights are out, and away we go for the last race. Piastri on the inside. Verstappen gets the jump on Piastri. Into the turn they go. Piastri squeaks ahead out in front. I thought Verstappen was going to come out in front with it, but Verstappen is in the back, and Piastri's out in front. Here comes Verstappen trying to close the gap. Is he going to be able to find the gap? Here comes a dive bomb. No, he doesn't get it, and it's 1-2 across the finish line. It's Oscar Piastri who takes the championship right here at Tiny Track Cars. What a great run there for Team McLaren. The papaya-colored car. I said orange one time, and everyone's like, it's papaya. Now I just want to eat fruit and go to Hawaii. Papaya's going to Hawaii, right? And down across the finish line, they go. They were in super speed there a second ago. But Oscar Piastri wins another race. Team McLaren is really going to celebrate a good finish there by Team Red Bull and the Racing Bulls that rounded out the podium.
What a great battle, but it was Oscar Piastri who came out on top. He got his way through the pack to the front and stayed out in front to take the win. If you want to watch the qualifying for this event, it's going to happen right after this. Just keep on watching. If you're done now, thank you. But enjoy the qualifying. All right, y'all, that was the qualifying run. If you stuck around this long, you are a true TTC superfan. So drop TTC superfan, hashtag TTC superfan in the comments. If you want to watch more of my videos, click that box that's gonna pop up right there. Until next time, stay tuned, stay passionate, and get ready for some more F1 action, baby.